Hello and welcome. I'm going to be teaching you how to create your own tapping script. So hopefully you're all excited. If you don't know EFT or tapping, I strongly recommend you go to the EFT or tapping video. Otherwise, time to get ready. We're not going to actually do any tapping today. We're just going to create our tapping script. So you're going to need a pen and lots of paper. So if you don't do that, pause this video now and go ahead and do that. What I'll be doing is I'm going to take you through a process where there's going to be a number of exercises. And all those exercises, everybody's different. Everybody's going to take a different length of time to do those exercises. So rather than me pausing on how long I think it will take, I'm going to go right through, just pausing long enough for you to pause the video yourself. So you're going to, when we come to those exercises, pause the video, take as long or as short as you need, even come back the next day, and go through the whole process and see how it goes. So to begin with, we're going to, this you can create with anything. This can apply to anything, but because this month's theme is career, business, and job, that is the theme that we're going to be using today in order to create our tapping script. So in your career or business or job, the first exercise that you're going to do is you're going to get at least one sheet of paper, as many as you like, and you're going to create a list. There's a lot of ways you can do this, but we're just going to do this in a list this time. And create a list of everything around your career, business, and job that doesn't work for you. And whatever that is, might be I don't have a job, I don't earn enough, I don't like my boss, I don't like my colleagues, I don't like the work I do. There is some criteria around this. Three things. First is to be specific. So if you say, I don't like my job, that's not very specific. What is it about your job that you don't like? I don't like having to answer the phone all the time. I don't like having to work in an office. I don't like having to work 9 to 5. I don't like having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to get to work on time. I don't like the paperwork I do. I don't like having to file. I don't like having to work with numbers all the time. I don't like working in a crowded office. So if it's something like I don't like my job, chances are there's going to be a big, long list of what it is about your job that you don't like. So that'll be one thing in itself. There might be other things like I don't earn enough, don't earn a regular salary, I don't like the people that I work with. So you're going to create a very long list. Be specific. What about your job don't you like? What about the people you work with don't you like? Is it because they're loud or because they're quiet? They're friendly or they're unfriendly? Or what is it about them you don't like? Second thing is make sure the sentence, whatever it is, because it's going to be a sentence, is not too long. So if it's something about your colleague, you don't like your colleagues because they're rude and loud and arrogant and noisy and. That's quite long. So you might want to break it up. If any of your sentences are too long, and a too long sentence is going to be, it takes more than one line. Break it up into 2 or 3 sentences. I don't like my colleagues because they're arrogant, might be one line. I don't like my colleagues because they're unfriendly, might be another one. So you're going to probably come up with a very long list. And the third criteria is it's true. Be true. Don't say, well, I don't really like my boss. If you hate your boss, say, I hate my boss. If you think your boss is an asshole, say, my boss is an asshole. Specific, short sentences, and true. If you do have a long sentence, see if you can break it up into 2 or 3 or even 4 sentences. So go ahead and do that now and come back when you're finished. And we're going to start towards creating a script. So Welcome back. You should now have your long list of all the things about your career, job, or business that you don't like. Even if you don't have one, might be I just don't have one. Now, pick 1 to 4 things off that list. This is a time to have some accurate self-assessment. If EFT and law of attraction and things like that is very new to you, I recommend you just pick 1 item for now off your list. You can always add to it. If you know lots about EFT, you know lots about law of attraction, and all this is very familiar to you, you can pick 4. And with those things, I'm just going to go through 1 because you're going to do each item on the list is going to have 1 separate page dedicated to it in order to create this list. So this is what you're going to do for each item. So on the first line, and it doesn't matter which item you pick, don't think like, oh, which is the best one to pick. It really doesn't matter. Pick the first one, pick the last one. Close your eyes and whatever your pen lands on, pick that one. Pick the one that's the worst for you. Then you're going to leave a blank line. So we're going to have a blank line here. Leave a blank line. And then on the next line, you're going to write it. So I've already written it here. So the first line is going to be, I don't earn a regular income, is the example. So I don't earn a regular income. You can pause this video, write either 1 per page. If you're doing 3 or 4, if you're just doing 1, you're just going to write your first challenge with your situation. Then, when you come back, you're going to leave about 4 lines. 3, 4, 5 lines. Quite a big space. And then down the bottom, you are going to write down the exact opposite. I don't earn a regular income. Becomes, I earn a regular income. I don't earn a regular income. I earn a regular income. Fabulous. Now, very simple. You just put, you've got your challenge and now you've got the opposite. Now what? Just look at the opposite and see, is it specific? If not, try and make it more specific. And is it like the best it could possibly be? Can you make it even better? Just have a look at it. Is it something that you would really want? And look at that thing. Can you make it even better? So this isn't very specific. I want to earn a regular income. Earning 10 Rand every month is a regular income. Is that what you want? Possibly not. So the thing is to be a little bit more specific. So what I've done here is I've been more specific and I've put, I earn a regular income of at least 70,000 Rand a month. Now, if you're coming up with a figure of what you want to earn, think about what would be a really nice amount to earn. Something bigger than what you currently earn. What would you really like to earn? And then I like to say triple it and maybe add 1 or 2 zeros. So you might have come up with, well, I'd like to earn 3,000 Rand a month. Well, triple that to 6,000 and add a couple of zeros to get to 60,000. And you just add another number, and now we've got 70,000. So now you've got the opposite. You've got your first statement, your second statement. Now what do you do with that? Well, this part's very simple. Above your first line, all you're going to write, and remember you just need to pause the video whenever you need to. Very simple. All you're going to write is even though. So even though I don't earn a regular income, immediately under I don't earn a regular income, you're going to write, I choose to. My pieces of paper sticking here. So you can read down your page now. It's very simple. Even though I don't earn a regular income, I choose to earn a regular income of 70,000 Rand a month. You might need to look at the sentence because obviously it doesn't make sense. I choose to, I earn. You just want to scribble out this here. And it'll make sense. Even though I don't earn a regular income, I choose to earn a regular income of at least 70,000 Rand a month. So you may need to change this sentence so that it makes sense as you do that. So there you go. That's the simplest way of doing it. I choose to. EFT script. But there's an even better way. My favorite part. This is my favorite part because you want to make this more exciting. It makes it more exciting by adding like a specific amount that really excites you, that's like bigger than you can imagine. Maybe this isn't big enough for you. Maybe you want an even bigger number. Or maybe it's too big for you. You might want it a little bit smaller. Whatever works for you, as long as it's bigger than what you've seen before. Now, how can we make this even better? Even though I don't earn a regular income, it might be a really big stretch to choose to earn. Say now you're earning 1,000 Rand a month to suddenly earn 70,000. Like, how can I earn 70,000? I'm only earning 1,000. How is that possible? It might seem a bit of a stretch just to choose to. So what we do here is, it's a little bit like being a salesperson to yourself, is you come across and make some pulling choices. And there's a whole range that you can use. Instead of putting I choose to, you can have and listen to these, and I'll write a few of them down so you can think, because everybody's different. What I like, someone else might not like. What someone else likes might not excite another person. So you can have I choose to, I'm open to the possibility, I choose to find a creative way, I choose to find a fun way, or I choose to find an enjoyable way. I choose to see this at a whole new angle, from a whole new angle. I choose to see this from a different perspective. Or I choose to see things differently and get a different result. You could have I choose to do things differently and earn a regular income of. Because if you're doing something differently, it's more likely that you're going to earn that. So there's a whole lot of different ones that you can do. And what I've put here is a couple of possibilities that you could have. So we're not using I choose to now. So it's even though I don't earn a regular income, I'm open to the possibility of earning a regular income of 70,000 Rand a month. Or I choose to find a creative or enjoyable or fun way to. I'm open to miracles and magic and earning. So there you see how you might change the sentence, taking out the I and making it earning. Or I choose to do something differently and earn. So see, you can play with these. And there's a lot of different ways. You can say, I choose to let it be easy. I choose to surprise myself and find a creative way. So there are a lot of different ways that you can do it. I'd love you to comment below of the ones that you really like to use, or the ones that you are going to be using in your script. And also if you come up with your own. See how you go with this, and then see why you've got a whole page dedicated to this, because you might want to have a couple of things. You might have, I don't earn a regular income. You might want to have 3 or 4 different ones for this opposite here. And you may want to create a couple of other opposites, which we can go more into later. But for now, that's how you work with each one, and then you go to the new page and play with the ones. You might want to have a different choice as one for the different ones that you use, because they might fit differently depending what words you're using. So see how you go, have fun with it, play with it, and let us know below how you go, and we'll come back later for doing some tapping. Have lots and lots of fun. Bye.